Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome. This is Amy Holmesy calling in from My Holistic Club, and this is your holistic highlight for this week. And for those of you who don't know who or what My Holistic Club is, we are a premier health membership in the Tampa Bay area. And what we do is we are the holistic community coming together to help with your mind, body, and spirit for optimal level health at a more affordable rate. We have all kinds of practitioners and different affiliates on My Holistic Club in the Tampa Bay area, as well as around the country, because we have a lot of health coaches that work remotely to help you with your natural health, but we do it at a more affordable way and level for you to benefit. Everything that we offer here on My Holistic Club, the affiliates that we have, the products, the services, are all tried and true. There are products and services that I have personally used myself and that we believe in. And all we want to accomplish here is let everyone know there are different modalities and different services and different products out there that can really take your health, your natural health, to a whole other level. And I'm so excited because I love interviewing a lot of our affiliates, and I have a really good one tonight. So let me bring her on. And tonight we're going to be talking to Jenna Buchanan, who works for Greenpoint Thermography. So Jenna, let me bring you on, my dear.
Hello,
There you are.
hello, how are
How
you?
are you?
Hello, thank you so much for having me on. I'm so excited.
You're welcome. I love the purple.
Oh, thank
I'm
you.
in purple
Even though
too.
just my little nose ring, I've been exploring with bright, vibrant colors because I want to be this light that just sheds in this world
Yeah,
of craziness right now. So I
I
want to be
love
that
that.
nice, bright light. So I express myself with my nails.
Good for
And it's a
you.
great conversation piece.
Right. And it's not permanent, it's temporary, right? So you got to
Yeah.
change it. But I like that too. We talk about being the light all the time. And I love that we met. We met through Dr.
We
Elisa Marsh,
did.
who's also on our platform. She is my chiropractor. And I love that I was able to use your services. So for a lot of people on this line tonight, though, Jenna, they may not know, or maybe they haven't heard of thermography. I believe it's a better way to get some imaging on your body. But if you would, can you please take a couple of minutes and share with everyone what thermography is and why you believe it's a safer alternative?
Yeah. All right. So, thermography is, I like to say, it's not going against mammography. We're showing something different. So, with mammography and ultrasounds, they're anatomical tests. So, they're seeing inside of you in the function. Where I'm a physiological test, I'm just seeing the first 5 millimeters of your skin and those temperature changes. Now, your breasts are like fingerprints, and the prints on your breast are remarkably stable and they should not change at all. And they're remarkable to a specific patient. So, what I do is I establish a baseline with your breast where I take a set of images, and then again in 3 to 6 months, I take the same set of images and then we compare them. A board certified radiologist reads all of my images, and then you get it back within 2 business days.
Wow.
So, what the report looks like is the history that I take of you, the images I took, and then the doctor's interpretation of what he sees and what he suggests. Now, like I was saying, breast patterns, they should not change. So when I establish that baseline with you, as long as that pattern hasn't changed, nothing's happening. So we archive that and we just continue to do this every year. Now, if that pattern was the change, that's throwing a red flag that, hey, something's going on, something's altering that pattern. So we take a deeper look into it to investigate. And that's when your ultrasounds or mammograms would come into play. Ultrasounds are more of your fact-finding tools. It can measure, see if it's fluid, if it's solid. And then if it's suspicious on an ultrasound, a biopsy is the only thing that can diagnose. Now, for a mammogram to pick something up, it has to be growing in you for at least 8 years for it to be big enough to cast a shadow on the x-ray.
8 years? Are you serious?
8 years for it to be big
Wow.
enough to cast a shadow. That's what a mammogram picks up. Now, If you establish that baseline with me and you don't have crazy family history of breast cancer or symptoms that make you believe that something is going wrong, you don't have to go down the mammogram side, because if something was to change or alter, we would catch on to something as soon as your pattern starts to change. So then we can jump onto it a lot faster. So we can have it removed. We can change our diet. Sometimes it's just lymphatic drainage. So it's an earlier detection tool if you do start earlier. And then I don't just do breast as well. I can do your full body. So the breast, we're looking for changes over time, whereas the full body, we cut you in half and compare your left to your right. So your body, just like it sends a signal to your brain that something's going wrong, it'll also send a signal to your skin to alert us that, hey, something's going on. So by the patterns on your skin, or if there's an abnormality or a dysfunction, it will show up. And then on the report that I give you, the radiologist will break down. So say we saw something in your distal colon, the doctor would recommend following up with a gastrologist for further evaluation. So it kind of paves a little pathway to give you a path on, okay, what do you do next?
So thermography, is it heat? Is it light generated? Because when I saw the report, I saw all these, like I saw colors, right?
Yeah.
So is it heat? Is it light? Do you have to fast?
So it's an infrared camera. So I am taking an infrared photo. I'm seeing the first 5 millimeters of your skin. So for this exam, I don't want you to have any caffeine. Caffeine opens up your blood vessels, make you look hotter. So no caffeine within 2 hours. No massage, vigorous exercise, no beamer mat, nothing that's going to make you hot, because I want you nice and cool, because it's going to pick up heat patterns. Inflammation is heat. So that's what we want to catch, is those heat patterns. So I like to keep the temperature between 68 and 72.
Okay. Now, where are you located and how long has Greenpoint Thermography been around in the Tampa Bay area?
Great question. So we have been in business for probably about 14 or 15 years now. I took over for Yvonne. She was with the company since they began. I've been with the company for a little over 3 years now. I have a criminal justice degree, so this is completely somewhere that I never envisioned myself being in, but I fell in love with it. And I fell in love with my patients, you being one of them. I just meet amazing people. But my home base is in St. Pete, and then I travel throughout the Tampa Bay, as far north as Spring Hill, Dunedin, Clearwater, Largo, Sarasota, South Tampa, Carrollwood, Wesley Chapel.
Oh, wow.
So I want to say I go between 10 and 12 different locations.
Wow.
Some on a monthly basis, and then others like Sarasota and my Newport Richey location, I go to every 3 months.
Okay. So you're working out of, I just want to make sure people understand. So you're working out maybe a clinic, a wellness center, or a chiropractor's office, correct?
Yes. So like I met you through Dr. Lisa Marsh. She is in Oldsmar. I rent one of her rooms and I set up my equipment. All of my equipment I can pack into a case and into my laptop box and set it up. I can work and break it all down. So it's very easy. I just rent rooms at different chiropractors, more holistic based places.
Yes, which would make sense
Yeah.
because that's what we're talking about, being holistic, right? Non-invasive,
Yes.
a little safer, right? And again, to get a gauge, and I love what you said about the pattern. And if you do it on a regular basis, you will have a pattern, right?
Yes.
You will know. It's like a baseline, so to speak.
Yes. And then the cool thing about our company as well is the camera company that we use. Say you were to move to a different state, I can give you the website or the camera company that we use. You can put your zip code in and it'll give you all the thermographers in your area, and they would be able to pull your records from, say, if it was me who saw you, and the doctor that you see next or the thermographer you see next, they could compare back to my images. So you can still establish that
Oh,
baseline. So there
I
is like a
love that.
database.
Yes. Yes.
So if you were to move, you're handled. But once you meet me, I have my patients come from all over the country. I had a patient a couple of weeks ago drive 6.5 hours just to see me, to turn around and drive 6.5 hours back just to come to me, just because of the
Wow.
experience that we give. Yeah.
Yeah, you make everyone feel very comfortable because, I've been two times now, 2 or 3
Mhm.
times.
Was
And
it
so
the Gucci gown?
I'm sorry.
Was it the Gucci gown I gave you to
Yes.
put on?
Yes. Yes. Yeah. And, as a first timer, I didn't know what to expect, right?
Yeah.
But I will tell the audience it's not painful at all. There's
No.
no squishing
No.
and there's no radiation,
There's no
correct?
radiation. It's non-invasive. I don't
Love
touch you at all. You just have to deal with my dad jokes. But we're in and out really fast. How the exam would go is I would have you bring or fill out paperwork if it's the first time I see you. You would come in, we'd have a little conversation, go over the paperwork together. I'd bring up the camera. Now, I view all my patients as my walking billboards. So the more information I can give you and you understand, the better you are to go tell somebody else about me and your
Mhm.
experience. So
Mhm.
word of mouth travels a lot faster than if we were to pay for advertising. So I
Yes.
really love to make sure my patients are well knowledgeable and understand what we're doing and what's happening. And then I really love to assure them that if you have any questions, the thing that sets us aside is we have that interpreting radiologist, and he's the owner of the company. So you have access to him when you call me. If there's anything, the radiologist can get on the phone with you and go over the
Mhm.
report, where other companies, they don't have the radiologist on their
Yeah.
team.
No, you're exactly right, and that happened to me because I had a question, and I did speak to the doctor, and he was
Mhm.
so kind and so helpful,
Yeah.
right? But you're right, that's never happened anywhere else with an
No.
ultrasound or MRI or,
No. And the best part about us is we get your report back within 2 business days. It's very fast turnaround.
that is incredibly
If
fast.
it's done sooner than that, I like to give it earlier, but my promise is 2 business days.
Wow. And the patient gets to have the information themselves. They get a full report, correct?
Yep. Yep. All the patients get the report. I can either email or mail it to you or both. And if you would like me to send it to your practitioner or your doctor, I can always send it off to them as well.
Wow, I love that. You're doing such a great service. And honestly, you make people feel comfortable. You have an amazing personality. I mean,
Thank
I liked
you.
you the minute that we met. So,
Aw, thank you so
and
much.
I'm actually going to see you next week. So,
Yeah.
yeah, so I love that. So, folks, check Jenna out at Greenpoint Thermography on My Holistic Club. And by the way, if you're a member of My Holistic Club, you get 20% off,
Yeah.
which is a good thing. Again, let's get you healthier and let's help you save money,
Yeah.
right? So I just personally want to thank you so much for your time. I know you're very busy, but thanks for coming on and sharing this. I think
Thank you.
people are going to like this because, again, it's non-invasive, it's safe. Um, you don't have to fast except for the
No.
caffeine part, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you're not your body parts aren't getting squished.
No.
And there's no radiation.
No. No radiation, non-invasive. Like I said, you just have to deal with my dad jokes. You're you're in and out within 30 minutes. And if you're on a time crunch or
Mhm,
I'm very flexible, whatever I have to do
mhm.
to get you in, that's just where our heart is. So whatever we can do to help, we're here. And thank you so much for having me on. This is great and wonderful. I'm so happy to be on here and speak to everybody.
Yes. Well, again, it's about helping people, right? It's about giving back and helping others. So thank you, Jenna, and I will see you soon. Hold on one second.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome.